Little guy caught online.
Okay, you're live, dude.
Alright. Start. 14-minute flight. See what happens. Low and slow, dude.
Just had to step into the shade here.
Hey, that works. Minutes is such a long time, dude.
Yeah, especially considering you're not even to 2 yet. But this is all the throttle you can use to get that long?
Yeah. Don't dare try to do anything. Try to get some more altitude out of it. I never told them they were fun flights. I told them they were 14-minute flights.
So you let your pride get the better of you and now we're bored.
I know. Well, you know, it's just now they want to see video.
I'm teasing you, man.
I'm so big on shooting video of everything that now they're like, oh, well, you got video of everything else except for one of your 14-minute flights.
So, you know, a 14-minute flight doing FPV, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Even if all you were doing was that, it would be cool.
Like those guys that do the, what is it, those guys that just did that 21-minute or 22-minute flight?
They were like over an hour, they were close to, they were like 70 minutes. But they were also packing like 10,000 milliamps.
Well, there's a guy that said he did 22-minute and only used 5,800. Four 417, and 419 takeoff voltage.
Well, you're at about 4.5 minutes now.
Oh, we got 10 minutes to go with this?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Should I sit down?
Yeah, may as well.
No, I'm good. I don't want to sit on the wet grass.
I realize how boring a 14-minute flight really is until you got somebody here with you. You sure do see it a lot better though.
What do you mean?
Well, it was a lot harder to see when it was all white.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that color that color scheme helps a lot. Before you're just trying to discern it by the shape. Are those wings on top or on the bottom? Oh, we're coming up on 7 minutes.
Really? We're halfway there? Just to finish it off, I'm going to do a roll and a loop right at the end. Oh, be seeing the loop. Oh man, that would suck.
How did those videos you took from your hat turn out?
Suck. All sky. Like you get like it was like having my 6-year-old try to shoot video for me.
Just bouncy and
Well, it wasn't bouncy so much. It just
in and out of the frame so much.
In and out of the frame and all sky. You know, I'd catch it on the bottom or the top, but I couldn't. What I've got to do is get my kids to go out and dance around for me at a big distance and keep them in view.
I saw this guy post about it once where he basically made a sight for himself so that he'd know exactly. All he had to do was like see where his sight was. If it was over the plane, he was good.
Huh.
And his videos turn out really good.
Well, XJet's videos turn out really good when he uses his hat cam. Everybody else's videos except for mine turn out really well. Stall. Don't do that again. Not on this flight.
Uh-oh, what happened? I lost you. Oh, there you are. And when they only go that fast, I can usually keep up with it.
Still flies pretty quick. I mean, even though I'm sitting probably about 48%. 2 clicks below 50%.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I could probably use my throttle chain fly right now. Where are we at? 8 minutes?
No, you're over 9.
Really?
It'll be interesting to see what your voltage is after this.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna. That's why I plugged it in. I wanted to see before and after.
But I mean, right now you've got to only be pulling like 10 amps.
One of my buddies is coming over on Sunday. I'm going to throw him up on the champ.
Sweet.
Let him crash it a couple times. He asked if I teach him how to fly. He lives up in Provo. Would you show me how to fly? I was like, well, I got a plane you can take up. See how well he does with it. Guarantee he's going to fly the dang thing and want to buy it from me to take it home.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't know, you can get online and buy one for $80.
Well, everyone gets to see this awesome landscape we take for granted. I always want to do FPV over in those hills right there.
Yep. Pine Mountain.
Well, just over the red hills right there. Just close.
If you don't do it, winds will. He was trying to get it done, what was it, in March? Or whenever it was that they came out for the last flying.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted me to take him up the backside of Red Cliffs.
Yeah, I told him there are some cool places out there. And I don't care if he does it first. It's not a big deal to me.
Yeah. Not a competition.
Coming up on 12 and a half.
Really? We're going to do it. No problem. I still got lots of juice.
I'd say that's about 12 and a half minutes in the air.
Well, nitro planes, you know, they tout this thing as being able to fly for 20 minutes.
On what batteries?
I don't know. But they say
You have to go heavy on batteries and super light on your motor setup. They probably did the same thing you're doing.
Uh-huh. With even less throttle and lots of trim.
How big is the pack that's in there?
2200.
Wow. Well, I mean, when you think about it, I fly my 48 Edge on the same pack. And I fly it really hard, pulling 35 to 45 amps, pretty much the whole flight. And I can get 6 minutes out of it. If you're doing this, pulling like 10, 15 amps, why wouldn't you be able to get 14?
Right. Makes sense.
That's around 14 right there.
Oh, that's 14 right there. And, see.
Victory loop.
Lots of power left.
Well, you don't want to wait till it starts to feel mushy.
Alright, I'm bringing her in. You just want to float.
Yeah, so you got to point your nose down and get yourself down like 30 feet off the ground instead of starting out up at 100.
Alright.
There you go. Power to taxi back. Well, I think you were up for almost 15 minutes, man.
And I mowed the lawn on the way back. 14-minute flight, boys. And Nate was here to see it. So
Yeah, here's Nate.
And there's Nate. 11.2 volts. 375. 375. 375.
Perfectly balanced.
11.2 volts. Yep. And in fact, I could have probably flown for another 4 minutes.